Top of the evening, man. Top of the evening. You know who it is, who it should be, aka J Cass, better known now as Who Trucker J. Welcome to Trenches Certified. Let's get into it, man. You see the title. Sebastian Telfair. From riches to rags, man. This story, like the fall from grace, the money that this kid made, the fame, and these minor mistakes, that hood mentality, destroyed it all. But you ain't got to hear it from my mouth. You know how we do. I pull up the receipts. But first, fair use. This is a teaching moment. My commentary about Sebastian Telfair's fair use. Don't come for the channel like I did with my first channel, man. They took it away. I only had almost 5,000 subscribers. But hey, you got to start. You learn from your mistakes. And I'm just, getting back into my groove. Now, let's get to it, man. Let me add this to the stage, man. Well, okay then. Part of so I think I'm coming down with a little cold or something. I don't know. This is the night before Thanksgiving. I did my 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'm off till next Thursday. See, I did it good this time. I said instead of taking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off in the whole week, I'm gonna take 3 days into the next week. So I'm off till next Thursday. So I got plenty of time to do some commentary. I'm gonna start running my mouth. Let's get to it, man. Sebastian Telfair. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
My name is Sebastian Telfair. I was born and raised in mermaid houses in Brooklyn, New York. The day I picked up a basketball was the day I was for sure knowing I was gonna make it out. After being the #1 player in New York City history, I turned that dream into reality. I played over 10 years in the NBA and made tens of millions of dollars. I had everything I ever dreamed of. But after a series of legal issues and personal problems, I tried to take care of my baby. My life has become something I could never imagine. I'm right back to where it all began. Back in Coney Island, back in the projects, back in the fire.
Sad, man. I had to stop it there. This boy said he made tens of millions of dollars. Now, where there might be a little discrepancy is he said he was the best in New York's history. Rod Strick, I think Mark Jackson, Kenny Anderson, you had Skip to Malou, you had all the Rucker players, Stephon Marbury, his cousin. I don't know, son. I don't think you was the best in New York history. But anyways, you know me. Let's get to it.
This the block right here. We in mermaid houses. Should be giving me mixed feelings. I ain't gonna lie. It's more of a love-hate relationship with Coney Island.
No way.
This is crazy though. Man, this is the garden right here. This is where everybody got chopped up right here. This how I became NYC best point guard ever do it right here. Well, when I was coming up through the fire, I remember it didn't look like this. 2016, I came through with Eric Adams, Mark Trigger, the NBA, and we designed all this up. I just was doing it for the community. I was not expecting to be living in the motherfucker though.
He thinks
I was in the NBA, making money.
Man. This fool thinks it's funny. For one, from what I'm gathering, he lost his career over an arsenal with guns and other little stupid things that had something to do with guns. And he was given one chance, a second chance, third chance, your ass is out. You understand me? 10 years in the league. That's 10 years of accumulation of monies that could have been put into other things. And now you back in the PJs, bro? No way in hell. Let me tell you something. I made it out the hood. I've been out the hood 11 years. My hands was dirty just 11 years ago. You heard? In and out the trap on different blocks doing my 1-2. You heard? You think I'm gonna go back and be down here doing what I was doing up there and lose everything and go back to the hood? You must be out your mother mind. Let's go. Let's go.
After being the #1 player in New York City history, I turned that dream into reality. I played over 10 years in the NBA and made tens of millions of dollars. I had everything I ever dreamed of. But after a series of legal issues and personal problems, my life has become something I could never imagine. I'm right back to where it all began. Back in Coney Island.
Back in the dirty projects, man. Roaches, pissy hallways. Come on, man. Make it make sense, man. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You heard? Part of my back.
This the block right here. We in Mermaid houses. Should be giving me mixed feelings. I ain't gonna lie. It's more of a love-hate relationship with Coney Island. This is crazy.
Okay, my bad, y'all.
Man, this the garden right here. This where everybody got chopped up right here.
I thought it was the actual story.
NYC.
Brother, those hair vitamins you're taking,
But they talk about
they're for 25-year-old white boys, not 45 plus
sometimes you
black
can't
teens
skip
like
the
us.
commercials, y'all. This boy sitting here on the bench crying because of his stupid ass mistake.
So I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping.
Now, boy, from what I gathered, he did like a healthcare scam because he was already on the downward spiral of losing everything. So he was like, yo, it's either sink or swim. Got a call from one of his homies like, yo, you know we can do fake procedures that we went and got it done and we actually didn't, and they give us the money for it. Boy fell for the scam, right? Now he crying. I think he only got to do like 6 months. He ain't even got to do no 6 years and like everybody else getting that serious time. He only got to do 6 months. And he up here crying and shit. Take it on the chin. You was man enough and you knew the consequences of your acts. That's what I'm saying. Consequences of your acts is what's going to seal your fate in life.
boys, the first one to rise, you heard? First one to rise, the kids up. Sleep. I gotta get to it. You the daddy, gotta make sure everybody eat.
Yeah.
Look how he living now.
Brothers and sisters.
Yeah, going to get this workout in real quick. Ghost is on the boardwalk, and I'm thinking the lawyer about to call me too, so I should have some news when I get back.
Getting sentenced for the healthcare fraud with the NBA was completely terrible timing for me because I just got off the state case. I got sentenced to 3 years probation and I couldn't mentally do all the stuff they was asking me to do. They was like, go get a 9 to 5. They over there telling me to go to McDonald's and get a job. So the first year I just didn't do my probation and they sentenced me for 6 months.
Y'all be skipping leg day, you heard?
Boy, I tell you. So, boy, part of self, because I gotta blow my damn nose. You understand me? Because I gotta talk about this. God damn. Hope I ain't coming down with nothing. But anyways, man. So you mean to tell me, boy, couldn't do his probation? You mean to tell me, boy, all he had to do was get a 9 to 5 and walk a straight line, and he wouldn't even be doing this 6 months? Sebastian. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You said you couldn't get a 9 to 5 because they wanted you to work at McDonald's. Let me tell you a story about J Cass. See, this is where I love sharing real life shit. But again, SpongeBob failed for you. When I got busted back in 05, right? And I fought the case for that year, lawyer fees and everything, got it done. And they sentenced me to 3 years suspended sentence, meaning I didn't have to do no jail time, but I had to get a job and report to my PO. I never was a smoker because I sold the drugs, never used the drugs. Know the difference. Boy, guess where I was working at? Now this shit is crazy, but it's a true story. I was pulling up to the Burger King. I was working, I think, first shift. With a GS300 with 2 TVs in it on the big 20s that looked like they was 21s, 22s, whatever, like just big chunky rims, right? And I remember one of the young boys was like, now you know damn well you doing something besides Burger King. I worked at Burger King for like 2 months, bro. Flying straight, reporting to my PO, doing what a grown man's supposed to do. Fuck what it looked like. Because I was pulling up with the GS. And then one time I pulled up with the Yukon. What's my name, people? Mr. Receipts, right? Let me pull up the goddamn receipts. Because I know y'all be like, yo, J Cass capping. I ain't capping about shit. I hope this picture's still up here. Because I know I deleted a lot of pictures. Because I was like, there's no need to keep showing the same receipts. So I think I deleted it while I was standing in between the Lex and the Jag. But during this commentary, I'll shoot it back up there. I worked at Burger King. You do what you gotta do to keep your freedom. So you mean to tell me it's really his fault that he has to do the 6 months and now you crying about it? But you talking about you couldn't get a 9 to 5 for your 2 babies at home and your lady? Man, you do what you gotta do in life, man. But here's more from this.
But after that, the judge gave me 2 months to basically put an appeal in, which me and my lawyer did. So these last few weeks, I've been basically waiting for an answer from the judge.
On the block, I leave my hat on. You see the 31? So when you know it's 31, you know it's certified. You know what I'm saying? Outside, nobody touch it. You gotta be a dope motherfucker to go from the Bentley, Aston Martin, to the bike with the smile on their head. Earth really gotta be a turf, you know what I'm saying? Sets in. You got some sets in ready? I'm gonna set y'all on. That's it. No, do too much. Just trying to warm up.
Sit. You hit me? Ah! So you got me? Sit.
I gotta stop this here. This bozo think this shit is funny. Talking about he went from the Bentley to the Aston Martin, now to a pedal bike. Like you can't be serious, Sebastian. You think it's funny, bro? When all you had to do was follow what they said and get a job, and you wouldn't even be doing those 6 months. You back in the projects where you started at. A place where we all know. I came up in the projects in the Reagan era. The first from my existence, from learning how to crawl, walk, and talk. My first school, my first fight, my first everything. Up until about 8th, 9th grade, I was in 8 Milford Gardens, Yonkers, New York. If you want to know my project, all you got to do is look up the Dipset Anthem video. Jewels was by Grant Park. There's a Poppy store, and I know Poppy was a fucking millionaire. Where Jewels is standing by the wall, that's Grant Park. The part when they switched to Cam, he's in the middle of Mulford with the tall chimney stack. I was top Mulford. Roaches, rats, free block of cheese, food stamps. We burned our own garbage in the hood. We had incinerators. You know, you open up the incinerator, you drop the trash in with an open flame that stays lit the whole time. So basically, and what's crazy, my mom's unit was above the fucking boiler room. There wasn't nobody below us on this side. On the other side, there was somebody on the bottom basement apartment. But right there, we above the damn boiler. You know they have gas explosions in the hood, right? Thank God that didn't happen. Or J-Cast would not be sitting here right now. Boy made it out in the shadow of his cousin. Let's not forget that. Stephon Marbury. You know how dumb nice he was. That's Sebastian Telfair's cousin, bro. That's his cousin. So he made it out the hood and out of the shadow, had his own lane beside his cousin in the NBA already for like 5 or 6, 7 years. By the time he got there, the boy did 10 seasons in the NBA. And you think it's funny to go back to the projects, bro? Doing sets on the monkey bar? Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Some people, man, you play them stupid games, you win stupid prizes, man.
Man.
He think it's funny.
Oh, man. That's the email from the lawyer right there.
What you talking about?
The subject says, unfortunately, she denied the application. I'm sorry.
So you gotta go in. Well,
And that's his brother.
It says application denied. The court will not vacate or adjourn Mr. Telfair's sentence.
so it's finalized?
Yep. So definitely gotta go do 6 months.
6 months.
No, I'm trying to say we was
Yeah, like it's
expecting
6
the best,
years.
but we was prepared for the worst. And we built for this shit. You know what I'm trying to say?
I don't know. That shit has got me all fucked up right now.
And this email is basically telling me that the judge has denied my appeal and I have to turn myself in August 12th at noon.
On one of the charges of the violation, she was saying something that she wanted you to be employed, how you was unemployed.
Who with $1 million gonna be able to go work at McDonald's mentally? How the fuck? Tell me.
So what I'm tripping on, this is a victimless crime. Nobody got actually hurt.
Did you hear? Like sometimes you can't make this shit up. He said, who that made $1 million can go work at McDonald's? When your black ass freedom is on the line, you do what you gotta do, man. You look at them babies at home and you like, yo, fuck this. Everybody know who I used to be. But this is now in the presence, and I gotta do this for my family. Forget what the blogs, the media, forget none of that. You got 2 young babies at home and your lady, and you couldn't sacrifice working at McDonald's just to satisfy your probation obligations? Make this shit make sense. So now, Goofy, you really gonna be away from your family. At least you would have been away from your family for like 8 hours a day, but then you get to go home and you be with your family till the next day when you gotta work. And then you probably could have found a different job. Who's to say it had to be McDonald's? You get what I'm saying? There's plenty of other jobs in New York besides McDonald's. So I don't know why he kept saying McDonald's. They wasn't forcing him to go to McDonald's to go to work. This boy's sitting on the bench crying. Bruh, wake up. Reality check. You already lost your fortune. You already lost the mansion, the Bentley. You already back in the projects. You want to stay free or you want to be locked doing 3 hots in the cot? Let's make it. Boy, I can't stand dumb people. That's why I said you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
This that NBA shit. This is basically me tampering with my own account type shit.
I'm still not understanding the healthcare shit. I'm just not understanding that.
So in the NBA, we got 10 different accounts. One of the accounts is a supplement account for healthcare. As you know, all the accounts was locked. My gun case in 2017 affected my finances because I was in the process of going through my divorce. They go through the finances and start doing the stuff with my divorce, and that's what got my accounts locked. You know, I let it really get dry where it's like, we can't go get nothing to eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting in the living room like, how am I come up with that money? And I get that call from T. Will, like, I could get access to your accounts. So I'll be reliving that moment all the time, like, damn, I need this money. Like, I'm in the middle of a trial. They're trying to lock me up for licensed firearms. I'm in the middle of the divorce. I got my accounts locked. What you do? And I couldn't even use my money to get out of jail. So, swear to God, my mother had to bail me out. Yeah. Yes, my project fucking mother had to fucking spend $500,000 to bail me out.
He wasn't stealing nobody else's money. He was taking your money and giving you access to your own money.
So they said I robbed my old self. So the person I took the money from is me when I get older.
So why you just telling me you don't want to live that long?
I don't know, but it still does never make no sense. And I told them when this money first came out the accounts, the NBA called us.
Do you hear these bozos, man? His brother laughing, told me, so why you ain't telling me you ain't want to live that long? Talking about he got hit for robbing his old self. That money is made for you when you get older. You can have a pension. The NBA gives a pension or some kind of stipends that you can get as perks when you get older. So yeah, you stole from the old you. Your brother sitting there talking about some, oh, why you ain't telling him you just didn't want to live that long? This is the type of mentality that gets you dumbasses locked up in the first place. Idiots. Here's more.
And they was like, oh, y'all can't do that. And we was like, this our money. And the next year, the feds bust down my door. We ain't take from nobody. So me about to go sit in fucking federal fucking prison.
So you about to sit there for your own money and it's a victimless crime.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about the babies. That shit crazy.
You ain't thinking about the babies.
I don't really care how people want to look at it and all that shit like that. I'm like, everyone take me away from my twins right now. Why they locking me up, trying to just really break my spirit. These next few days, I'm definitely gonna try to spend as much time I need to spend with my family.
You should let it out, man. You can let it out. You can let it out. That's it.
My days are short, but I'm trying to make the best of it. They're my twins, but you see how they are.
I know.
They walk right past their mother and come to me.
Watch, I'm gonna make sure they Gucci. I'm gonna make sure they Gucci. And everything from there, you tell them like, yo, bring them around me, and that's it. Don't worry about that.
You hear this? You hear his brother, right? I'm gonna make sure they Gucci. I'm gonna make sure they Gucci, right? You hear his brother, right? Peep what his brother gonna end up doing. The baby mom gonna be lonely. She gonna be sad. I put my last dollar on it. He gonna try to score on the low. If he's a decent person, he wouldn't. But I don't like the way he was like, oh, they gonna be Gucci. They gonna be Gucci. You know how when a woman is vulnerable and they need that shoulder to cry on, right? He gonna be that shoulder, right? What normally happens behind closed doors? The twins fall asleep, right? He that shoulder to lean on, And she started crying. Oh, I miss him so much. I miss him so much. I wish he was here. You know what I'm saying? And then next,
A few moments later.
she crying. She like, I miss him so much. I miss him. I love him. And then next thing you know,
A few moments later.
he's smashing. You know what I'm saying? Scoring. Make it make sense. So he was real, bro, I got you. They gonna be Gucci. You understand? Yeah, they gonna be Gucci, alright. But anyways, here's more from this bozo, man. He talking about he care about his kids. You ain't care about your kids that much where your dumbass could have went and got a 9 to 5 and stayed free. You worried about scamming.
I say,
Sorry, I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping.
sorry.
Sad, bro. That's really sad, man. That all he had to do, like, you know how they say you gotta look in the mirror and just face stupidity. All he had to do was maintain a job, and he would have been straight. Crazy.
What's good? It's your boy Neat Truck on aka Neat Nancy, aka Neat Noodles, and Trini Oodles.
You really care about your kids.
That's it. So I'm not tripping.
You would have did what you had to do.
I said it. Now you're probably thinking about.
You would have did what you had to do for your children, man. It's just. You blew you 10 years in the NBA. You made it out the struggle. You made it out the hood, and you know damn well we got the strictest gun laws on the planet in New York. And you riding around trying to be a goon. Why you ain't just hire security? You should have just hired security, man. But nah, you wanna be Billy Badass. Now you gotta pay the price. Then you wouldn't even maintain a job. Crazy.
Who was there with me? I'm still playing 1-on-1.
I was here for that.
Instead coming on vacation, he think you come, have a regular game. He didn't know he was running into a pro. No, regular. I don't even know if I want a cake. Feel me? But like NYC's greatest. When you legendary in your city, you heard? They pull up outside with it. Cut you outside, you heard? Shit came like cuts and slices.
Yo, I don't see no other.
Let me tell you something about my kind. Let me explain something to you about my kind. My kind meaning this right here. You see all them people in the background back there? Not his brother, but the people in the background back there, they down for prayers. They down for prayers. They glad your black ass is back in the hood. Stuck with them. At the bottom. You a bottom feeder now. You went from, yo, bro, you sitting there cracking jokes, right? But in the background, they like, yo, this stupid ass, yo, he was in the NBA for 10 joints, had mansions, Bentleys, Aston Martins, and you back out here on the project bench with us. They basically saying you a effing idiot behind your back, bro. While you sitting there talking about, oh, we pull up in the hood giving cuts on the basketball court, you look like an idiot. And they back there like, yo, this dumb bull, he had it all. And he blew it because he didn't want to follow the rules of society. Make this shit make mother effing sense, bro. Like, come on. You got to be the dumbest person in the world. That's why you get the violins. Sebastian, newsflash. We don't feel sorry for you. You wanted to ride around with an arsenal with guns, a bulletproof vest, all kinds of assault rifles in NYC.
Bruh.
Knowing damn well they charge you for the guns, the bullets in the guns. I'm pretty sure yours was clean. They looked like they was brand new. But bruh, you got to be the dumbest.
Bruh.
Why you ain't hire security?
Bruh.
Why you couldn't use your brain? Then on top of that, after all the dust settled and you lost everything, you couldn't get a job to stay free for your family? Now you back in the project listening to this? You know how the project smoke alarms be? And that shit get on your nerves like, yo, go change the battery on the smoke alarm. You went from Bentleys and mansions and Aston Martins back to this. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Now you back to this. But here's more from this bozo. Make it make sense, man. I do not feel bad for this guy. Because if he wanted to be free, he could have.
The NBA motherfuckers getting their haircut in the middle of the projects either, man. You know what you talking about?
Out here getting haircuts,
Can I say something? Why they keep referencing NBA? Boy, you not in the NBA no more. Your brother need to stop mentioning the NBA. People in the NBA done moved on. You lost. You got horsed in the game. HORSE. You go horse. You out. Stop mentioning NBA, boy. You can't live. You not in the NBA no more. You broke. Damn, that shit is crazy. You keep saying NBA. You a bum.
It's definitely normal for my life, you know. I try to, leave Hollywood and still even being in the projects.
Look at these motherfuckers, they
we
laughing
gotta
at you,
drama
boy.
it up and making sure we get a haircut in front of the projects, get freshed up, That's regular shit though.
I have to ask, was Sebastian really the best in the neighborhood? Was there anybody here that used to also get with him in the court? Who could match him in the court from the neighborhood?
Nobody. We all played against nobody.
Yes, I'm #1 in NYC history. When it comes to this bull thing, nobody did it like me when I came in. No one in high school was making the money I was making. No one came in with the swag and the material stuff.
Y'all better check in with Mr. Marbury upstairs. Look, who was here? Smells. Who was here with me and Steph playing one-on-one?
I was here for that shit.
Stephon Marbury is my big cousin who grew up right on top of me in the project. So I'm from the 3rd floor, he's from the 4th floor. Became an all-star in the NBA, went over to China, became a cultural icon in China, got 2 statues. Me and Steph was kind of stuck at the hip when it comes to New York City basketball.
I'm probably like 16, 17. I see you playing pool, he go that step. You feel me? Steps off, fouling the shit out of
It's definitely a legendary story. Iconic moment in Coney Island, because it's like the whole Coney Island was there when me and Stephon played this one-on-one.
He pushing his shit, just bands get tight, bands like, yo, why keep fouling me like, we're like a star. We both stars. Steph said some shit though. Steph like, yo, I'm a star. You're not a star yet. You still in high school. You're not a star yet. I was like,
I was 15, 16 years old. And Stephon was not only an NBA player, he's an all-star at the time. When he did not know that his little cousin, Sebastian Telfair, was a professional also.
And I had a scratch. I had a scratch. That's my whole shit.
Fast trying to go up. He swatted bottom.
We locked up a little bit, you know, one-on-one, and I did win a one-on-one in front of the whole community, which was crazy. Not trying to really embarrass Big Cuz, but I definitely had to show him that day that, like I'm one to play with, you heard?
I was saying on the block playing ball all day working out, and Steph ain't know that. So he in the league playing, doing what he doing. Then this summertime, he coming off vacation. He think he could come, you know, have a regular game. He didn't know he was running into a pro. You know what I'm saying? But Steph definitely the big homie. Steph definitely number 2 nicest in NYC.
Like I said, how Stephon feels about my current situation, I'm not gonna say I don't know. I know he don't want me going through this. I know he may be rightfully embarrassed by me putting myself in this situation, and I'm sure he just want me to get out of this and do better.
The big dog bash, every era know him, from babies to teenagers to us to older people. Steph is the big homie. The big homie.
Oh, that's the biggest homie. Because I was speaking to him about coming back to Coney Island. And that transition, people asking me like, yo, how you feel being in the league? You know what I'm saying? You know, we upstate in $1 million houses, all that shit, and then coming back to the projects. I'm like, bro, it ain't that bad because the environment we in and shit. Coney Island love is definitely different. I ain't gonna hold you.
Bash, we love you. We happy you here.
Facts.
We gonna support you forever. We appreciate you always.
Facts. Little 6 months. Little 6 months.
Wait, 6 months
Like
forever. Forever.
Let me I don't know why this burns me up so much. I don't know why this really burns me up, because these motherfuckers don't care about you, man. They talking about, oh, we love you. We glad you here. Yeah, they glad you there. They glad you got horsed in the game. You blew it. They glad. They glad you there. You fumbled a major bag. You was on TV, NBA. You know, there's some nice players in New York, better than you, that didn't make it. They didn't make it to the league. You made it. Now you back in the projects with the filth. And gotta figure out life. You gotta start all over when you had an NBA. Talking about, oh, upstate, $1 million cribs, Bentley, Aston Martin. Now you on a fucking project bench. I can't stand bozos, man. Am I wrong? I know they say only God can judge, but like with this whole 6 months, this 6 months was avoidable. If you would have followed what they said in that probation stipulations, your ass would not be in jail right now. You will be home with your twins and your lady. Now, you know in 6 months, a lot can transpire, right, Telfair? You know your lady could be on some type of time like, I don't want to deal with you no more. Here, be a daddy to your kids. You know your lady can leave you, right? The lady ends up leaving her. I know it's a skid bid, it's a short bid, it's 6 months. But at the end of the day, she could get fed up. She could move away with family. Why you think it's a game, and you talking about, oh, I love, my people love me. And then on another thing, you got an NBA legend cousin that don't give 2 F's about you. Because if he did, he'd be like, yo, your lady, your kids is straight. I'm going to set them up. I'm going to put them in a nice little spot. I'm going to get them out the J's while you gone. I'll put them in an Airbnb or rent them something low key, maybe 15, 1600 a month, 2-bedroom joint somewhere out the way. Your own cousin don't rock with you, man. The big homie, Steph Marbury, he don't even rock with you. He in China living his best life. If anything, he could have been like, you know what? Even though your lady might not want to do it, here, come out to China for 6 months. I'm gonna set y'all up in an apartment. Y'all good. Y'all ain't gotta worry about nothing until my cousin come home. He ain't even do that for you. You fumbled the bag. Well, I hope his lady still be around by the time he comes home. I hope his kids is doing well. The holidays is here. While he's sitting in there licking his wounds, because all he had to do was get a 9 to 5 talking about how I go from millions to working at McDonald's. Well, guess what, bro? The NBA is over. That lifestyle is over for you. So you could have sacrificed for your family and still been here. Yeah, you might have been flipping burgers and tossing fries, but you still would have been here for your family, man. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I'm out. Everybody, happy Thanksgiving. It's the night before. I hope I'm not coming down with none because I got to bang down some foods, you heard? Y'all be safe. Y'all stay blessed. I'm gone.